Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you today? I'm coming to you from the clubhouse this morning. I want to talk to you about a couple things this morning. It's not that I don't have anything to talk about, but it's kind of what's on the forefront of my mind that I'm going through or dealing with that I try to bring up. First off, let's just talk about this little man here. You're crazy. You're crazy. This little man is insane. He's awesome. He's doing so well, as you can see. He loves his toys. I do. But anyway, I got up early this morning, probably the earliest I've been up in a long time as far as getting out of my room area. And there's a lot to that. Like, the staff doesn't show up until about 8 in the morning. I kind of like lay in bed for that because I have 20 or 30 of them up here usually. So if they stay in bed, like at the moment I get this like started up here, there's a big mess downstairs. So I wait for them to start cleaning up down there, and then I get out, get a shower real quick and everything. But this morning I got up very early, or earlier for me, I should say. And I went down and I started cleaning up for the staff to help them out, in the mornings. And I need to do that more, and I'm going to start doing that because they do such a wonderful job. In fact, I wouldn't even be here if it weren't for them, to be honest with you, after everything we've been through after everything I've been through this last year. And, you can give all the condolences you want to somebody, and in many cases you can say that you understand what they're going through when they lose a loved one, especially, I'm going to say this, the hierarchy of losing a loved one, depending on what's most important in your life. To me, the love of my life is the most important thing in my life, and I waited my whole life to find her, and she's gone. So people can certainly be there to console you, but nobody can prepare you how to deal with it. And when this first happened, guys, I was off the deep end. We've just been through so much hell with losing Connie, and there's nothing bad about. I'm not going to say anything bad about Connie here. I just wish it had turned out differently. That was a dear friend of mine, and it sucks the way this all went down. Her part, my part, Brittany's part. And then, of course, shortly, a few months later, to lose Brittany after we're just starting to get this, and in the manner that I lost her, it's been very hard for me. And I still, every single night, every single day, I miss her. It doesn't get any easier. It just gets different. Many of you have reached out and asked me how I'm doing. Well, this is it. But anyway, so I'm noticing when I'm downstairs cleaning up this morning, I'm a little winded, but then I got a positive feeling because I was really depressed this morning. I get this way, she's not coming back, and it's hard. When this first happened, I want to thank the staff so much. Every one of you, Wanda, Lori, Stephanie, Margie, Wendy. You guys are amazing. All the help you've given some of our newer staff. Neil, Aiden, and Aunt Karen. Aunt Karen, you've been awesome. Thank you so much. And even Angela, now that you're stepping up and helping, you've been here already helping out, and you've been doing the tumblers. I don't think I would be here if it weren't for them. Many of you guys told me to lean on the dogs at first, but you didn't understand. When I started this with my ex-wife leaving me, and I thought that was the end of the world. God, I was naive. What a blessing that was, actually, except for the way this all turned out. I found the love in the dogs. They made me better. They made me stronger. They helped me recover. But when Brittany passed, it didn't work the same way, guys. I didn't want to see any of them. I'm sorry. All I saw was her face in them, and reminded constantly that she's not here to be a part of this with me anymore, and it killed me. I was not very kind to myself, as you guys know and saw. I used to be a big drinker, social drinker, I should say. But over the course of time with my ex-wife, I would go on these 3 and 4 day benders. Proud of myself that my body could handle it and I could just keep up with everybody. Why? My Friday friends, my Saturday friends, my Sunday friends, my Monday friends, I didn't care. But it always ended. Well, when Brittany passed, I got in a really dark place, and I was just drinking every day. I mean, every day. Alone, at night. I didn't care. I drank myself to sleep. It was murder on the staff. And of course, with everything else we had going on, and I was letting everybody, including the dogs, down. And to make it worse, we'd lost so many dogs last year. Many of them were so old, and it was known this was going to happen. And, we watched them decline, and we worked as hard as we could. But it was still rough that there was just no break. And knock on wood, we've been very fortunate for the last few months. We've been very healthy around here, and I do attribute that to our food and me being better to have a a schedule as far as like recreating the feeding stations. We've got a medicine schedule. Medicines were always taken care of by the staff, and they did great. But I mean, just basically getting these dogs, because even though it looks like chaos here, it isn't organized chaos. And you know, we were able to really just kind of start to streamline this. But anyway, you know, I'm proud to say, please don't give me a hard time about this. You want transparency? You know, I've been a smoker, believe it or not, as healthy as I'm supposed to be, since I was 15 off and on. I quit for 7 years at one time, quit for a couple years another time. And that was actually with Brittany, I quit for almost 2 years. Obviously, with the whole thing going on with Connie leaving and then Brittany passing, I picked it up again. So that's, believe it or not, guys, the one vice that I have that I haven't been able to, hey, I'm talking. The one vice that I have that I've not been able to fix. And I know it's gonna kill me and all this. Please don't tell me I need to stop smoking. That's a comment I don't want to see. I'm not that stupid. I know. I have the knowledge to quit smoking. What I lack is the capacity right now. So I have to get stronger. But other than that, you know, I haven't drank other than once on New Year's since October. I was really weak then. I was down 40 pounds. I didn't want to eat nothing. And this goes back to this morning as I'm doing the work and I was feeling a little winded. But I actually started turning this positive into a positive. I was very proud this morning how far I've come, because even though I'm a little winded going up and down steps, because I'll make 30 trips just to get the dogs up and down and get meds up and down and get the dogs out of the room, clean the rooms, get stuff downstairs. You know, that's a lot of steps to do first thing in the morning. And I think back when this first happened, I could not walk up the steps once. Can you believe that? Like, I was almost crawling up the steps. And just to think of, oh my God, I gotta go downstairs and get another dog or come up, I couldn't do it. That's how pathetic I was and weak. And, you know, people wanted me to get help. They wanted me to get a therapist. Well, I went to a psychiatrist first before I could see a therapist. And all they want to do is prescribe me drugs, which they prescribed me, I can't even remember, hydroxyzine and Bucipro, or whatever it's called. That's an anti-anxiety medicine, because I was having problems where I literally was throwing up blood, I was shitting blood, ulcers terribly, and this is without any food. I guess there was a lot of alcohol in the system too. And then the heart was really bad. I thought I was dying. I thought I was having a heart attack every night, and it turns out I was just suffering from anxiety. So they put me on that drug, and then back at the beginning of the year I started it, and within 3 weeks I had to get off. I was having terrible respiratory side effects, and the anxiety actually at some points would even get worse, especially on nights where I'd have to be here by myself. So I quit all that too. So if you look at me now, going forward, other than smoking, I've, for the better part of 2 months now, been on the meal plan. I have been in the gym. Thank you for the staff for this as well. Even after Robin left, I've been able to get to the gym almost every day. Now, it's the only thing I can do during the day. I only have a couple hours a day of my free time. I mean, I literally am here 24/7. So I get to the gym, and it's an hour away, round trip. So you figure I got 2.5 hours to 3 hours a day that I'm out of here. And I also have to combine whatever errands we may need. I have to go to Costco once every 14 days to get food to make for the special needs dogs that can't eat the happy hour. And for ones that, let's just say we're having a hard time trying to eat, and we're not going to eat happy hour today. So I give them a little variety for a couple days, since I have to make the food anyway, and then just wean them back on it. And that works wonderfully. But that, getting food for myself, bank work, you get checks mailed in. I got to go to the bank at some point. Many of you said, Bobby, why don't you catch the checks? Well, it's because I just don't have the time to get to the damn bank. Anyway, I'm proud to say that I've put on 20 of the 40 pounds that I've lost. It's coming back in all the right places, because I lost a lot of softness, fat that I had too. So I'm hardening up. I'm eating well for 2 months now. I mean, straight, other than my cheat day on Sundays, which is about to go away too, because I don't like the way it makes me feel for the next couple of days, because I'm so regimented. I've been in the gym for close to the same amount of time, consistently 4 to 6, 7 days a week. Actually, it's become my sanctuary again. So I'm proud to say that, like I said, smoking is my only vice with stress right now. I mean, I don't even chew gum, and I feel like the more natural that I've ever been. But it's all I can do now, because I'm seeing the dogs and loving them again. I really am. But it's all that I can do to keep moving forward. And I realize each day that I get stronger, I look at it and say, I can't go back to drinking. I can't go back to eating unhealthy. Look at what happens when I just have a bad day where I have a pizza. I'm sick for the next 2 days, as far as like, I can feel the difference because I'm so regimented. And that's okay. You know, on one hand, you can look at it and say, oh my God, I wouldn't want my life to be that regimented. But, you know, when it comes to the things that you just need, sleep and food and water and drink, that stuff's really not meant to be. We've glamorized that to where everybody's supposed to have these big meals and go eat processed shit from all the, you know, fast food joints and all the restaurants and all the crap that you can buy. But no, food was put here on this planet for us to be healthy, and it's the real medicine. And I'm finally treating it as such. And the moment I stop eating it properly, I feel the difference. I feel bad. So I was very thankful this morning, even though I'm a little winded coming up those stairs after 20 trips. That beats the shit out of not being able to climb up those steps just even once. And I don't know when it's going to get better. I just know that I love this woman so much. I miss her every day. And I feel guilty as hell that I didn't do more, that you know, I knew there was signs. This goes back to when she was a child, okay? She told me everything. So I knew there was signs about this, and I did try to help. There was episodes that she had, I tried to help. And I'm sorry, this is probably more information than I should be sharing, but I just feel guilty that in that moment, I allowed an argument to prevent me from being there for her when she needed me the most. And I think that's one of the things going through my head now. This is where I'm at in this process. The guilt of what I did wrong, where I wasn't there, where I added to it by standing my ground because I was right. I was right on principle, which I was. But is that important now? No, it's really not. It's really not. Fuck, I'd be wrong every day of my life for the rest of my life if I could have you back, baby. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. So anyway, it's hard. I'm having a bad day. I have these, but like I said, I'm turning it into a positive. I want to be able to do more for the staff around here as far as pulling my weight, helping, which I'm doing a lot, guys. Don't get me wrong. I am here, like I said, 24 hours a day almost. But anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at right now with things, and I wanted to share that with you guys because I can actually say I'm a little proud. Here he is. Oh, you're sweet man. Look who just came to join me. Vern. If that isn't a sign, and I'm not big on signs. You got out of bed, come say hi to Dad? How's that for a morning? Let's end it with that, guys. I don't want to keep talking because we're going to rambling. There was so much. I know what I did want to say. You know, one of the things that I was also scared about, now that I've actually gotten connections with the dogs again and want to see them, because I mentioned, you know, all I saw was Brittany's face. And really couldn't be there for them as much as I can be there, as I can normally be there for them. Well, I'm back now. I'm here for them, as you guys have noticed, and I'm really proud also of the things, the adjustments we've made, and you guys have been so instrumental in helping with that. You know, the Lowe's gift cards that you had provided, and the what do you call it? The Amazon gift cards. They allow me to purchase this stuff to make these whole cot systems. I call everything a system. I don't know why, but I've put these things throughout the house, and I look at this in the mornings now when I come down. First off, I have so many areas that they can both use communitively or individually. Like we have what we call our cubby systems. These guys here, these are from IKEA. They're called Kalexes. And we've turned them into little cubby systems for the dogs. So they have their individual spots they can sleep in. But with the cots, and we're probably up to, if you put on, I mean, even though I've built configurations, you could put it all together, we've probably got 30 or 40 cots down there where they can go together in groups. And it's like little condominiums. They can do, they can go up on the top level, in the middle level, the lower level. And because it's spread so thoroughly throughout the house, nobody's blocked off, which means nobody's jealous that they can't be to the other side that somebody else is. And they can share with who they want to share with. So every morning I come down, and you have your certain groups that are always together, and then you have your certain groups where it's just changed up. So I feel like we've done a really good job here. The staff has been supporting me on this, of really working this so that I can be alone at night with them. And other than having an emergency, like we might have to go to the doctors, in which I'd call Margie or Wendy because they're the closest if they're not here. I'm not going to capture it, but he's doing it. Good boy, Vern, you're peeing. He got out of bed to pee, guys. This is so huge. That's my big man. That's my big guy. Come here, baby boy. I'm so proud of you. Vern just stood over there and peed, and I wish I could have shown you. But so anyway, I feel like things are getting better around here, guys. I'm going to have my days. I don't know how much I'm going to post today. Brittany's really in my head. She's always in my head. and I just miss her so much. But I'm gonna try to get some posts out there for you guys.